Hey guys, this is The Messenger by Lois Lowry. This was one of my choice books. It's actually a follow-up to the book The Giver. And if this is a really good book, so if you do want to read it, don't watch this video because I'm going to completely ruin the book for you with one of my quotes, and I'm sorry, I just think it's a good quote. So don't watch it if you want to read it. Okay, my first quote's going to be on page 87. And at the top it says, her voice incited others, and now large numbers of people were calling out, close the village, close the border. Maddie had never seen Leader look so sad. So, as in my blog earlier, I was saying that there's something that seeped into the village, and so everyone's really selfish, and so some visitors come, in this chapter that I just read from, some visitors come, and they're in need, they're wounded, and need food, and most of the time there's people that will actually help, and this time there's some people that want to help, but then there's this whole riot that comes where it's like, close the village, so it's kind of awkward, I guess, if you're the person coming in like that, to see all this tension and fighting going on. So I think that's a very significant quote because it actually shows that, there's some people that are all selfish and or I guess sick from what's seeped into the village. So, and then there's still people who actually are still human, and care if somebody's actually hurt and need food. So that was a good one. The next quote is on page 97, it's at the bottom. It says, she has a crooked leg, Maddie reminded Leader. She leans on a stick to walk. Yes, Leader said, she's very lovely. But his voice was hard to hear now, and in a second he was asleep. Maddie, holding Frolic, hurried down the stairs. So, this was right before he was going to leave for this journey he was going to embark on. And, he's talking to Leader. He's actually going to get, Seer, who's the blind man, he's going to get her daughter to bring him back before the village actually does close. So, she actually, her leg is crooked. Her name's Kira, and so she has to walk with a cane. So I think this is a very good quote because he's making fun of her, kinda, I guess. And like later or earlier on, he talks like how nobody will ever marry her because she has a crooked leg. So I think it's very good that Leader actually says that it's lovely because, he's embracing her imperfections, I guess. And so I think that's a really good concept to teach for all you teachers, if you guys want to teach that, because especially in high school, I think a lot of people, like a guy won't date a girl for, she's fat or this or that, little things, and they look at stuff like that and not really of who the person is. So I think it was really good of him to say she was lovely when, after Maddie said that, because she had worked very hard actually to raise him when he was a little boy. As I said, this is the second book, so, or just, I think this is actually the last one because there's 3. There's Gathering Blue also. But the last quote I'm going to say is on page 169. And this is the spoiler, so don't watch from here on out if you want to read this. Okay, so this is Kira and Leader talking at the end. And this is what it says. He wanted to be messenger, Kira confided. Leader shook his head. No. There have been other messengers, and there will be more to come. He leaned down and placed his hand solemnly on Maddie's forehead above the closed eyes. Your true name is Healer, he said. And I think that was really good because all throughout the book, like, I was getting kind of mad because it says messenger, so he was saying out messages to the entire village, and I was like, oh, well, why should I read this anymore? Because I know his name. It's Messenger, and that's kind of what he was looking for in the entire book, was to find his true name, I guess. So he kind of embarks on this journey not only for himself, but to save, or, well, not save the daughter, but like to bring her back to the village before the village closed, so then Seer doesn't have to ever not see her again. So I really like this because it, well, obviously found his true name, and that was really a big surprise in the end. I thought it was going to be Messenger, but it was really nice too because what Maddie does is really, like, remarkable. So I didn't tell you that, so it's not a huge spoiler, I guess, but I haven't, well, okay, well, you know, he heals a lot. Like, he basically saves the village, and a lot of the sick people who were, or sick people, I guess, whatever, seeped through the village and made all these people really selfish. It just kind of comes back to um, their whole village, how it was before. So this is kind of a really good quote because without him doing this, I think the village would have just been a mess. And as like we were talking in class earlier with this utopia dystopia thing, I think they try to have utopia, and if Maddie didn't embark on this journey and do this, then I think it would have turned into a dystopia. So especially because this society was just going crazy. So I think Matt is a good name for Maddie. Healer. That's good. Because he healed everybody. So this was a quick read. I really liked it. So those were 3 really good quotes that I liked. So read the series. Sorry if I ruined it. Okay. Bye.